In this video I'm going to show you how to cut your own low fade. I'm going to be using 3 clippers. The one in my hand is an Oster's Fast Feed. It has a lever on the left side. The lever changes the cutting size of the clipper. So if it's down like that, or whether it's up like that, it really does matter. That would be if it's in the up position, which is right there, or in the down, it does matter. Up, just like I'm showing there, the teeth are closer to the end, which is going to give you a 0. If it's in the down position, it's going to give you a size half. So you want to start off the haircut by you want to shape the haircut. So since this is a low fade, it curves down. I'm using a 0 for because my hair was long. So, but I personally like it with the skin. So I like it almost close shave, which I'm gonna go ahead and go over this part right now. But the first thing is you want to start shaping the haircut, and you wanna brush your hair off, your head. I'm sorry, you want to brush your head off, you know, a couple times throughout the haircut, so that you can make sure that you're getting all the hairs and you really are leaving it a clean haircut. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over what I did with the skin this time. These are the Andes T outliners. Okay, so you shape up the haircut where you're gonna want to start fading from. I like to do my fades smooth, nice gradients. I don't like to leave, I don't like them to go from really light to really dark. So I really like them to fade out nice and smooth and have a nice gradient look to it. Again, brush it off. Okay, so we're gonna do this in segments. So as you can see, I have the double 0 on the bottom. Now I'm gonna go over it with the regular 0, and this is the second segment. This is a good technique to do for everybody, not just beginners, but everybody. If you do your hair in segments, you'll have that division between them. So there you can clearly see the double 0 and the regular 0. You can clearly see the division between them, and that's going to be your line of your blending line. You're going to blend that line. So this is a good way to really get used to cutting your own hair. So as you can see, I got the lever up to give it a 0. So there's the 2 divisions so far. Again, brush it off. Okay, so here I'm gonna add the comb attachment number 1, and what this attachment is gonna be our third segment. So go ahead and do the third segment, just like this. Now you have 2 lines that you have to worry about, and 3 segments. So the top, we'll go over that right now. I'm actually gonna change clippers here and use the Oster's Classic 76, because it's such a powerful and strong clipper that it'll get through long and thick hair quicker and cleaner than the other ones will. So I really like to use this clipper for the longest part of the hair. I'm using a comb attachment number 4. And you want to try to get all the angles, left, right, front to back, and vice versa, because your hair does grow in different directions. It does grow in different angles, and so you want to try to get all the different angles so that it's nice and even, and you don't have a couple hairs sticking out. That should look nasty. So that's what you want to do. You want to do all the different angles that you can possibly get. And now that we've done the size on the very bottom and the size on the very top, now we have our 4 segments, which are skin, 0, 1, and the top. In this case, it's number 4. So it's starting to look like like a segmented fade. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to our size number 0 and with the lever up. So as you can see, that's a 0. We're gonna, between the 0 and the 1 there's a line, and we're actually gonna do the blending motion right on the line. So it's an upward and outward motion, or if you want to call it a tapered motion. As soon as you're hitting that line, you're doing that up and outward motion, which is blending the 0 to the 1. So this is how the blending begins. Now you're still gonna see kind of a dark line in between them, but we'll get more into that. This is just the beginning. Now from the 0 you're gonna go down to your half, just like that, and exactly where you went over with the 0, you're gonna do exactly the same movement in the same position with the half. And now that you're doing it with the bigger size, you're gonna actually go do a bigger motion of going up and out, and this will help you blend it nicer and smoother to the next size up. So you want to do that to both sides. Now for the Oster's clippers, there's these comb attachments that you can buy anywhere online or even at your beauty salons, specialty stores, and there's a size there. It's a 1/16, but it's actually between a half and a 1, and a comb attachment 1. So what I'm explaining here is I'm gonna go ahead and use that because I want to get an even smoother, even a cleaner fade. I can leave it as it is and it'll still look okay, but I really like to get clean fades, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do to my hair. It adds a better smoother look to it. So with the lever up and using that 1/16 size, it's actually between a half and a 1. And as you can see, it looks as if I'm bringing the fade higher up, and in a way I am, because I'm blending to the next biggest size. Here I changed it, and I'm gonna put a number 1 comb attachment, number 1, and now I'm practically gonna fade what's the side to the top. So as you can see, you do that upward and outward motion at the same time at the line, and you do this all around your head. Depending on the head shape, you want to try to and depending on how you like your hair to look. But so far, as you can see, that midsection looks pretty nicely, smoothly faded out. So what you want to do is you want to go a half size up, and from here to practically to the very top of the head, you're just gonna go in increments of halves. So if I was at 1, I'm gonna go to 1.5 right there. That's 1.5. The next size I'm gonna use is a 2. So I'm still using the 1.5 here. That's a 1.5 still. And I'm gonna actually, my camera stopped, but I was practically done there. And this is a size 2 that I'm about to put on the clipper. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something very clearly. If you want to learn how to cut hair, you have to just try it and give it a go and practice. It looks easier than it really is. You have to just try it and practice it and get a feel for it. That's the only way you're really gonna learn. Like I said, this is a size 2, comb attachment number 2. And because at number 2 the hair starts to look darker and longer, it'll easily blend in from here on to the size 4, which is where we want to end up. So 2, and then from there you want to do an increment of a half. So you put that lever down, now you're doing 2.5, and now all we need to do is deal with number 3 and 3.5, and you don't even have to deal with 4 because you already did that on top of your head. So here's a number 3 with the lever up, and then you bring that lever down, and you just get the small difference, which would be from the 3 to the 4. You want to brush your hair off, like I said, so that you can tell that if you have any hairs still sticking onto your head, or it'll look cleaner. Now we're gonna go ahead and divide and remove that dividing line from the double zero, or the skin from the regular zero. So what I'm gonna explain here is you want to do this upward and outward motion. It's very important. You do not want to do. That is what you want to do. What you don't want to do is this. Is go up. You want to go up and outward, just like that, and that's going to give you that blending and fading effect, and that's really the motion you have to practice on, and that's essential. That's key to any haircut that includes fading or blending. You need to get that motion in. So that's just practice. Just as you saw right now, that's just practice. As you're hitting the line, you're doing that motion, and it will, you'll start to fade your hair. Now, as you can see, the hair is practically done. Now, I like to get really, really clean fades. Like I said before, I like to make sure I don't have any lines. Like for example, here I feel that there's still a dividing line, and I don't want to see that dividing line, because the purpose of a fade is to make it look like it's just a nice fade going from light to dark, and I like to use the whole head. So I'm going back to my size 0, and I'm gonna retouch up any little parts that I feel that I need to go over. And then I'm gonna put the lever not all the way down, not all the way up, just between them, and that's the good thing about the lever, that you can decide how much you want it to cut. So it starts looking cleaner. Now the thing I'm going to explain here, I don't want to confuse anybody, but here is the classic 76 with a 5-0 head, and this is an Andes fast feed. Now the fast feed comes with a 5-0's blade as well. The difference is the fast feed is, the Andes T-outliners are going to cut much more shorter than than all the other clippers. So the order that they all cut in is the Andes, that one, is going to cut shorter than this one, which is the classic. The classic is going to cut shorter than the fast feed, and that's just how it is. It also depends on how you adjust your blades. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and between the actual Andes skin, I'm gonna fade from that one to the 0 on the fast feed using the classic 76 5-0 blade. So once you get that blending motion practiced, and you practically got it mastered, you can practically go all the way down, and now that you have the fade for the most part, you can just go back down to your sizes and work your way up again, clean it up, get any lines that you missed, or fade it out and get it better look to it. And then the final part would be getting the edge up done, if you like that. I like mine nicely squared. I don't even worry about the sideburns because I have a bald sideburn anyway. So as you can see, it's just about getting it nice and crisp. Also, at the front of the edge up, what I'm gonna do right now is put a comb attachment number 2 on my fast feed, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tips of the front of the edge up in an upward motion, and that's gonna give it a crisp look to the front of the edge up. So this is just the tip. And there you go. That's how to do your own low fade. Good luck with it, and hopefully you guys comment, like it. Let me know what you thought. If you need any more help, let me know. I'll keep making more videos. Thank you.